Welcome to our final session of Behavior Tip Tuesdays, brought to you by the Inclusion and Behavior Support Program here at DECAL. We're so glad that you've joined us today as we discuss setting clear expectations as an effective strategy that encourages positive behaviors in young children.
I'm Esther Duggan, and I'm an Inclusion and Behavior Support Specialist for the Inclusion and Behavior Support Program, serving the Southwest region of the state.
And I'm Emily Graham, also an Inclusion and Behavior Support Specialist. I serve the Southeast region of the state, and we're going to be your tipsters for this session today. It's great to be here with you all. Thanks for joining us.
During the months of July and now August, the Inclusion and Behavior Support Program endeavored to run a campaign aimed to equip early childhood educators with useful strategies and resources, while also spreading awareness about the coaching and services that we can provide statewide. And this campaign is called Planting the Seeds for a Successful School Year.
We hope you've been able to participate in a few of these opportunities to get to know our Inclusion and Behavior Support team, as well as gain access to valuable resources that center around inclusive classroom practices, with a focus on promoting those strong social and emotional development. We want to partner with you to build your toolkit so that you feel prepared and supported moving into the new year.
So we're going to review a simple few powerful steps that adults can take to really begin to address challenging behaviors in effective, systematic ways.
As a reminder, going into any new school year, it's important to pre-plan the ways you'll teach and reinforce those appropriate behaviors from day one. Additionally, we encourage teachers to have a general plan for how to address challenging child behaviors. Having a plan can really minimize the stress and chaos when difficult situations do arise. When the strategies we share in this series can be useful in a number of scenarios. In general, we suggest that teachers really use their powers of observation as patterns of challenging child behavior begin to arise in your classroom. Through your observations, you will be able to understand so much about the child's behavior, like when and where the incidents happen most often, what tends to trigger the behavior, and perhaps while the behavior may be occurring. As you observe and assess, you're better able to determine what a child may be trying to communicate through his or her behavior. You're able to plan out behavior supports more intentionally and more strategically, and you can ask yourself, when specifically during the day do I need to implement some of the strategies I've learned? When does this child tend to need some extra support, and how will that look? Then proceed by implementing your planned behavior strategies.
So if you've been able to join us for some of the previous sessions, or maybe all of them, you've likely noticed that we review this process at the beginning of each Behavior Tip Tuesday episode, because these steps pave the way towards a proactive, prevention-based approach to behavior, as opposed to a reactive approach. So now let's hop right in and learn this session's useful and effective strategy, which is setting clear expectations.
That's right. Today's tip is all about setting those clear expectations. And when looking at children being successful in a classroom, we need to ask ourselves if we have set up the environment in a way that promotes successful engagement of all young children. Now, we can do that by looking at our classroom day and asking ourselves, can children answer these 4 questions during all parts of the day? You may want to snap a quick picture or take notes while Esther goes over these questions with us.
So, what am I supposed to be doing right now? And how do I know I'm making progress with that? And when do I know when I'm finished? And what am I supposed to do next? So think just a moment about your classroom day or your schedule, because setting clear expectations can help all children be able to answer all these questions for all parts of their day.
Now, when we think about behavior expectations, we think about those broad or general goals that we may have. So this includes things like being respectful, being responsible, being safe, and being a team player. These are general concepts that organize what positive behaviors we want to have. Now, conversely, when we talk about the rules, we're thinking about those specific behaviors that fall under the umbrella of these expectations. Generally, a school is going to have the same expectations that are applicable in every area, and then the teachers are going to help the children in their classrooms come up with specific rules like use your walking feet, use your quiet voice, or use your gentle touches to help teach them what these expectations will look like in their classroom. Often, when we use the rules to help children gain really concrete images of what it means to be responsible, be a team player, or be safe in the school environment.
So generally, we think of expectations as broader statements about what we want children to do. As Emily mentioned, be safe, be a team player, be responsible, be respectful. But when you think about 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, they usually don't know what it means to be safe, be respectful, or be responsible when they first come in your classroom. So this is why we use rules to be more specific and describe behaviors that then can be tied to those expectations. So let's take the expectation, be responsible. Some of the rules might be clean up your toys after you play with them. Or if one of your expectations is to be a team player, then one of the rules might be we help our friends. If your expectation is to be safe, then we might say we clean up our toys so that other children won't trip on them. The rules are really the specific behaviors that are associated with the broad expectation.
So let's meet Mrs. Ramirez. She's never really thought about trying to align her classroom rules with the behavior expectations of her school. She likes the idea of using the school-wide behavior expectations like be safe, we're team players, and we're respectful as a framework for developing rules for her classroom and other areas of the school. She wonders how she can do that and whether it will make a difference in how her children follow the classroom rules. So to help her with this question, let's take a look at this in action.
Okay, so we're going to take a peek into some specific activities and routines in Ms. Ramirez's day in pre-K to see how she can link her rules to the school expectations of staying safe no matter what environment her class is in. So here we see her class is headed to recess. And when she says we use our walking feet in the hallway as we walk to the playground so we stay safe, she's linking her rule to the school expectation and making the expectation more clear for her class. So now we're on the playground. She might say, we go up the stairs and down the slide so we stay safe. Again, she's helping her class better understand the expectation by linking it to her rules. And now we're back in the classroom, and she'll reinforce the staying safe expectation when she says, Emma, ask me for help when you need to reach something so we stay safe. So we see the rules may change for different environments, but the expectation of being safe always stays the same. Now here's a chart that shows how expectations and rules work hand in hand. We call this a matrix. When creating rules, we help children link the program-wide expectations. So you can see that we have 3 expectations: to be safe, be kind, and be a team player. And then we also have rules for the classroom and playground and hallway. So being safe in the classroom looks different than being safe on the playground. In the classroom, safe looks like walking feet and listening ears. But on the playground, safe looks like feet first on the slide and wear helmets on the bikes. Likewise, being kind in the classroom means watching eyes and gentle hands, while being kind on the playground is taking turns.
Now, Mrs. Ramirez can see how clear expectations can help children and adults learn how to behave across all settings. She also understands that having set expectations provides a structure and consistent guidance that children need to feel secure in any environment.
So here's a couple of resources that'll assist you in developing expectations in the classroom and at home. Be sure to check out the links posted here with this Facebook Live. So the first one is how to develop program-wide expectations, and this is from NCPMI. And then the second one is expectations with CALi from best practices under the social and emotional development resources.
During our Behavior Tip Tuesday series, we've been excited to share effective teaching practices that will help set the stage for early learning opportunities within the classroom environment. Throughout the series, we've spoken on promoting choice and positive language, executing successful transitions, building relationships through reinforcement and praise, and of course, setting classroom expectations.
So we do hope that you've been able to join us for multiple sessions, and we'd love to hear if you would enjoy them and how you've been able to apply the learning in your classroom. We may consider doing additional episodes in the future if it's been helpful. If you did miss any sessions, no worries, or you can actually watch them again if that's helpful. Just search the post under DECAL's Facebook page to find those past sessions.
Now, this concludes our final session in the Behavior Tip Tuesday series. Keep in mind that these strategies are ones that can be utilized for any age group. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have any questions about the content of this Facebook Live, or if you would like to learn more about our services and supports at DECAL, please give us a call at 1-833-354-4357. Or you can always email us at inclusion@decal.ga.gov. We would love to hear from you.